Okay, so the new carrot has just arrived to Treasure Cruise. And of course, we have the new challenges that go along with it. Make sure you do these to get to the 4 gems at least. The challenge mission will stay permanently, but you have to clear the gem one quite early if you want to actually get those gems. Now, if we look at the two teams here, of course, we have the hardest ones, Master and Challenge. They're advertising the quick team as the easier one. So I'm actually going to go into this with my shooter team, which is pretty decently invested, I'd say. It's definitely not a whale team by any means, but I do have characters like Usopp and Lilith, as well as Luffy and Lucci at 110, since I did pull quite a few dupes of them in the recent Sugo Fests. And of course, Tsuru's at 150, since she only needs the regular level limit break posters. Characters like S-Bear, I feel like might be better on the main team because he's a pretty good counter to Carrot. But either way, I'm just going to see how it goes. Of course, we have 2 strength units on the team in Tsuru and S-Snake. So they are going to be taking a lot more damage from the quick units. But remember, there's no color affinity in Rumble. It's just that they have a lowered resistance. They don't have resistance towards quick enemies. And quick enemies are going to be typically doing more damage to strength enemies. So let's see how this goes. Of course, quick units have resistance of like 30% to strength units, or most of them anyways. So they're going to be taking less damage from Tsuru and S-Snake. Not that S-Snake even does damage, she just kind of debuffs the enemy. Tsuru does health cut though, so it's going to be interesting to see how she goes. Activating first. As you can see, a lot of resistance coming in there, reducing the HP cut. Luckily, we got the confusion on Weevil, bro. That's really good. If that works, then we should be fine. And Luffy and Lucci coming in. Killing off versus Luffy as well as Carrot. So, I don't think we are losing. I think we've already kind of got the win in the bag here. Weevil has his special rewinded as well. He's not going to be activating anytime soon. So, as I said in the previous video, I don't think Carrot is enough to like completely shift the favor in the quick team or the fighter team. She's a great asset, but we need more characters. Okay, Jumbe's activating, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Sober Mask, I'm not sure about how good he is in Rumble. I never see people using him. Of course, we have the Super Evolution Zoro, which no one has right now. If you pulled for him, I mean, all the more power to you, but I don't think many people have that unit. Okay, so we're actually not activating any of our specials, but okay, Tsuru's gone. As I said, Weevil's quite the unit. Super special of 6+ Zoro. And I'm pretty sure for this quest, they gave Zoro level limit break, which means his super special is even stronger, bro. Oh no. Am I gonna eat my words? I'm actually gonna lose. Kuzan's gonna kill off my characters before my Kuzan can activate. Shit, man. Come on, Kuzan. He's speed, bro. His speed is so bad. Please activate. Yes. Special bind. So if Luffy and Lucci activates, I might be safe here. Please. Come on. Super special. Animation looks clean. Ooh. This is down to the wire, man. Okay, Zoro's gone. I think we should be safe. I don't know about a Sober Mask. Remember, last 30 seconds, everyone's defense is really bad. Kuzan coming in and giving us the win, bro. I didn't expect that to go so down to the wire. I thought I was going to win quite easily there. But yeah, you can see that even though Carrot didn't really activate, so that's not really a good showcase of what Carrot can do to our team. Just generically, a quick team almost destroyed us. And I mean, this is a pretty good shooter team. I mean, I have a lot of the key units. So, I mean, that's a bit scary. So, I really don't know about fighter teams. I know that if you have Carrot as well as Sabo Bonnie, I know a lot of people forget about Sabo and Bonnie because they came they came into the game at a very weird time. I think it was before the New Year Sugo Fest. Or, I don't know, it was one of the big Sugo Fests. Sabo and Bonnie came right before then. So, I myself completely forgot about this legend, but they are another very shooter counter heavy unit in Rumble. Look at their passive. Free Spirit and shooter class enemies attack down of level 8, speed down level 8, and if 8 or more cerebral fighter units on the team, free spirit class enemies defense down of level 8, and shooter class enemies special CT speed down of level 5. So very, very dangerous to run against. And then targets the enemies within large range horizontal for attack down of level 7 for 20 seconds. Same for speed down. And then if 8 or more cerebral or fighter units on the team, you get or it targets 2 enemies with high special CT for 30% delay, and targets 1 high attack teammate for 100% chance of haste. So that's quite dangerous. They are stopping us from using our specials. They're just giving us a bunch of debuffs in general, and then they're also allowing their units who are ready to pop their special to essentially go up the queue and use their special, which can be quite dangerous. And then of course we have units like Pika, S-Snake. S-Snake has level limit breaks so that she can have a stronger Rumble super special. Yeah, I'm quite scared about this. I don't think the shooter team will work. I feel like this might be the one team that can now counter shooters. If this doesn't work, then I'll try a few other teams to see how we can actually clear this piece of content. But yeah, let's just see how it goes. I really don't know what Wipe It in Ace does. I completely forgot. I'm guessing they're just a damage dealer or HP cutter. They might do damage over time, dot damage. I really can't remember. But honestly, the most interesting thing right now is, can we activate our specials before them? Because of course special CT speed down of level 5 from Bonnie and Sabo is very, very dangerous. And of course if S-Snake gets us with confusion before we can use our S-Snake, that will be very not good. Let's see if Kara can actually activate. I don't want it to activate, but I want to see how she can actually perform against us. Yeah, we got the pseudo health cut. That's great. Luckily this team really doesn't have any quick units besides Carrot on the main team. Of course, Ryokyu as well as what's her face, Khalifov on the bench also are quick units. But as you can see, the action vine, it got all of our units. It's Suru, and then Suru got the confusion. That's not too bad. Can S-Snake only confuse people that are not action binded? Because if that's the case, then S-Snake and Carrot might not be the best combo to run. Because if Carrot binds all your characters, you're kind of protecting them from the confusion. I don't know. Let's see what Wipe It in Ace does. A bunch of damage, debuff removal, very annoying. Luffy and Ace using their super special. Thank goodness none of our characters are dead yet. Very surprising. Already 53 seconds left. That is... It's going by very fast, and I think all of them have used their specials. Carrot, very low CT, so she could activate now. Usopp and Lilith coming in, giving them special CT delay. Not to Carrot though, bro. Not to Carrot. Oh no. Shit, man. You see, I think Tsuru's the only one who's immune to action bind. But she will activate user special for another HP cut. The fact that that HP cut is actually helpful is not good. At this point in the game, HP cuts should be almost doing nothing, because everyone should have low HP. I think this is gonna end with a... Like, the time is gonna run out and then I'll lose. Frankie not doing much damage since they are mostly strength units. And then Carrot to the action bind again. Yo, I think the fighter team is now accounted to shooters, man. Oh no. Oh no. I think we cooked, man. Even though they didn't deal enough damage to kill us, they still stalled us out. So I think a fighter class defense team with Carrot might be the way to stall out the enemy, because 3 times now we've been action binded. That's 30 seconds of us being able to do absolutely nothing, no damage, no nothing, and there the time is up. We only lost 1 character. I don't think they lost any units. I think, yeah, man, fighter class defense teams might be the meta. Of course, with Carrot. If you also have Sabo and Bonnie, major asset. Man, I didn't expect that. I didn't think they would actually get stalled out. I thought it would either win or lose, not have this happen. I'm gonna try another team. I'm really not sure what works against fighters, but I'm gonna try my all-powerful int team. I've never been able to run it in team because I've never had the units, but recently I got all the units that I needed to make a decent int team. Of course, having no Psy units on the fighter team means that we should be able to deal quite a bit of damage with our specials. I now am running the Roger Eligaban with 6 int characters, so we get the activation of his special when he dies. So honestly, we want to see our Roger Eligaban die. You want to first use their special one time, then they can die off, and then they will activate their Rumble special yet again. Of course, we have major players like S-Hawk. Int Gear 5 is still the main damage dealer, or one of the main damage dealers. He absolutely destroys the enemy still. Bonnie's pretty good to give the enemy debuffs, and also I'm pretty sure to buff us a bit, but mainly give the enemy debuffs. I think she rewinds their specials. Yeah, she does. Targets 3 enemies with special CT 70% or more for 40% delay. 27 CT, so Bonnie's gonna be great. All enemies defense down of level 5. Let's see if this will work. If not, I give up, bruh. I'm not gonna sit here and waste your guys' time. If the in team doesn't work, we cooked, bruh. The in team doesn't work, we cooked. Peak is quite dangerous as well. But yeah, if since we're not running any strength units, we're not running any shooter units on this team, we should be fine. I mean, Carrot should be not too much of a threat at all. And Sabo Bonnie is not going to do much. Of course, our free spirit units are still getting debuffed by Sabo and Bonnie. I think that will be S-Snake, Hancock, Nami and Robin, Luffy, and Bonnie. So we're getting quite a lot of debuffs from Sabo and Bonnie. And Bonnie getting confusion is very, very, very dangerous. S-Snake coming in, of course. Absolute goat. Glad I pulled him on the Vegapunk Sugafest or Egghead Sugafest that happened before the anniversary. Sabo and Bonnie, come on. This is not going well. Already 28 seconds into the fight, and we've done basically nothing. We've just used S-Snake. Oh, it's not S-Snake, S-Hawk, because Bonnie got rewinded with the confusion. Okay, Roger Eligaban coming in, but they're very high HP. I think that the problem is they don't want to die. Like, how can I make Roger Eligaban die? Should I put them in the middle slots that they're like right in front of the enemy? I think that might be the strat. But now we're getting even more confused. Okay, luckily our Hancock, Nami, and Robin wasn't affected. Roger Eligaban is going to die, and we got Bonnie to activate at least once, so that's very good for us. Carrot is not activating anymore. Very, very good. Unfortunately, S-Hawk got confused, so that's very bad for our damage. That's great. Can you kill off Roger Eligaban, please? Actually, maybe that would have been bad because the bench units didn't even come in yet. Okay, how have we not used Hancock, Nami, and Robin one time? We haven't used a single time. Roger Eligaban, why didn't they activate their special? Do they have to die from normal attack? I swear, if they have to die from normal attack, I'm actually so pissed. Because they died from dot damage over time. All of them are confused, so they shouldn't be using their specials for the rest of the fight. Come on, the bench units are our main players right now. It looks like we are going to take the win with S-Hawk. Okay, int team worked at least. I still don't feel like that wasn't very reliable. That could have gone either way. But I'm very confused. Why wasn't Roger Eligaban activating? I actually need to check. It's only if they die from normal attacks, I think. Or from a special. Not damage over time. That would really suck. But it is what it is. We still won. And my game is froze. But yeah, Carrot seems quite dangerous. If you are running a shooter team, I don't recommend using it. If you see a fighter team and you're using shooters predominantly, just skip, man. Unfortunately, we do have one counter for shooter teams now. Quick team, I don't really think it's too dangerous. You can still kind of run it, but there is still a chance you'll lose. I also would skip teams with Carrot in it if it is a quick team. But yeah, if you pull Carrot and you have the units for the fighter team, definitely run that as your defense team because people will fall for it. I know that for sure. Carrot will absolutely stall them out, and you'll get a ton of Rumble points. But let me just quickly check here. Roger really Goban. Let's take a look at their passive ability. Okay, if 6 or more int characters on the team and Self is KO'd, launches Rumble special one time. I don't see. Does KO mean like a character attacks you and kills you? Whether it's through a normal attack or special. I guess if you die from damage over time, it's not really a KO. It's not really a knockout. You just kind of died from poison. So I guess that doesn't activate. Very annoying. Very annoying. But honestly, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck trying to fight carry teams with shooters. If you have a fully invested shooter team, I don't know, even then you might still die. I wouldn't take the risk. But stay tuned for my GP video grand party. I will do some videos using some more recent teams like the in shooter, and we'll see what we can do if we can fight a carrot team. Of course, there will be a bunch of different buffs and debuffs for certain classes and types, so we'll have to adapt our teams to that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.